This is a story that I first heard from Al-Shabaab. This is my adaptation. There once were two brothers, and they wagered over everything, whether it was who could run the fastest or who could score the most in a pickup game. These two brothers competed all the time and often put money on their competition. Now, the oldest was Hassan and the youngest was Amir. And one day while out in the park, Hassan challenged Amir yet again to another competition. But this was a little different. Hassan proposed to Amir that he could take a grasshopper and teach it not to jump out of a glass jar. Now Amir immediately laughed and said, "Brother, everyone knows that a grasshopper can do nothing but hop, and surely if put in a glass jar, it would hop out of that jar." So Hassan said, "Do we have a bet?" Amir, thinking this was easy money, agreed, and the wager was cast. So Hassan told Amir to meet him back in that spot in 24 hours, and he would produce for him a grasshopper that had been trained not to jump out of a glass jar. So the two brothers parted, and soon Hassan had gotten a huge glass jar, and of course a lid, and put some slits in the lid, so of course the grasshopper could breathe. In short order, Hassan had captured a grasshopper in the jar. He screwed the lid on tight, and immediately that grasshopper began to, that's right, jump. And every time he jumped, he hit that lid. He jumped with much fury in the beginning, but after several minutes, he began to slow up a bit. And after a few hours, he didn't quite jump as high. Then, soon comes some 24 hours. That grasshopper only hopped about halfway up that glass jar. Well, Hassan then removed the lid, and that grasshopper still only jumped about halfway up that glass jar. Well, at the appointed time, Amir met his brother at that spot. And Hassan took the glass jar and held it forth and showed his brother, "Look!" Amir peered into the glass jar, and sure enough, that grasshopper was only jumping halfway up that glass jar, and the lid was removed. Amir couldn't believe it, and Hassan immediately asked for his reward. Amir, being a man of his word, paid his brother. Then Hassan said to Amir, "You know, brother, this grasshopper is a whole lot like some folks in our neighborhood. You know, they may have made some attempts to succeed, to elevate, to achieve, and they may have ran into some obstacles. Then, because of those obstacles, they stopped trying as hard. They stopped reaching as far, believing those limitations held them back, when actually the limitations really did not exist, only in their mind." Brother, change your mind, you change your life. The limitations we may think are holding us back, whether that is our race or our zip code or our economic situations, change the way you think about a thing, and the thing you're thinking about will change. Thought becomes things. And that's the end of this true story.